What you see is not natural. Every grain of sand was placed by hand. 20 years ago, this was open ocean. Dubai decided to build a city here. Now, 25,000 people live here on sand dredged from the deep ocean floor.
In 2001, engineers had no blueprint. They were figuring it out as they went.
It took 94 million cubic meters of sand, enough to circle the Earth twice. This is rainbowing. Dredgers spray sand in an arc exactly where the GPS directs. In 2001, the Sheikh requested a palm-shaped island. Nobody knew how to build it. Desert sand is too smooth. They dredged rougher sand from the seabed instead.
This $1.5 billion hotel sits on rock blasted from 16 different quarries.
The palm added 78 kilometers of coastline, doubling Dubai's original natural beach. Dubai wanted to be a top destination, but had very little natural beach. Which island shape gives the most beach? The answer was a fractal palm tree. 17 fronds provide 34 separate beaches within the same ocean footprint. Dubai hired Dutch experts who have reclaimed land from the sea for centuries.
Every villa has direct beach access. This shape was engineered to maximize beachfront.
They launched a private satellite to guide construction where no reference points existed. Divers mapped the seabed first, finding loose sediment that needed a solid foundation. Over 100 studies were done. They even relocated 2,000 fish by hand first. The waves would destroy loose sand. They built the breakwater wall before the island. They used 3 layers of massive rocks, repeated for 11 kilometers of wall.
A hidden membrane stops sand from washing out and the breakwater falling apart.
1 year in, engineers discovered a major problem that nobody had planned for. Trapped water wasn't circulating. In the heat, this meant a potential environmental disaster. They cut 2 gaps in the wall to let the tides flush through. $7 million tons of rock were extracted from mountains and shipped to the site.
This wall is a wave absorber, reducing 2-meter swells to just 30 centimeters.
These gaps are now bridges. They allow tides to flush the interior regularly. The breakwater created calm water, accidentally becoming one of the Gulf's best reefs. The rocks provide perfect shelter, supporting more marine diversity than the natural floor. The fronds are pure sand. Dredgers had to be precise to avoid erosion. Captains used navigation monitors to spray sand exactly like painting on the ocean. You cannot build on loose sand. They used vibrocompaction to settle it manually. Vibrating probes shake the sand, locking grains together to create solid ground. They drilled 200,000 holes over 2 years to make the island rock solid.
Vibrocompaction creates a dense sand block that will resist the ocean for decades.
They placed 86,000 tons of sand every single day for 3 straight years.
After the sand solidified, they built roads and utilities for the new city. They drilled deep under the seabed to connect the fronds with invisible utilities. They dammed the Gulf and pumped out seawater to build the undersea tunnel. They used 30,000 tons of steel and even relocated 2,000 fish by hand. This 6-lane tunnel sits 25 meters below the sea, connecting to the Atlantis.
This driverless monorail was the first in the Middle East, carrying 20,000 daily passengers.
They grew 12,000 palm trees in nurseries, so the island looked finished immediately.
By 2006, the first residents moved in, just 5 years after starting construction.
The Atlantis opened in 2008 with the world's largest fireworks display at the time.
The Palm is a real neighborhood with schools, clinics, and supermarkets for residents.
Six years after starting, 25,000 people were ready to call this island home. NASA found the island sinking slightly, but engineers confirmed there were no problems. Sand naturally settles, so engineers monitor the island's foundation every single day. Water quality needs constant monitoring, especially when temperatures hit 37 degrees.
Artificial reefs were added for marine life, and dolphins even appeared during COVID.
Waves erode the edges, so engineers regularly add sand to maintain the shape. Water renews every 13 days, exactly as the engineers predicted before construction.
These coordinates transformed from open ocean to a city with 25,000 residents.
These channels are perfectly sheltered, proving the geometry works exactly as designed.
The palm shape provides 1,500 beachfront properties instead of just 200. Maintaining this island is a permanent commitment that will last for centuries. At night, the lit roads trace a perfect palm shape visible from space.
The 52nd floor is the only place to see the palm shape below.
Atlantis houses 65,000 animals on a crescent made of mountain rock.
The Royal Atlantis opened in 2022, proving the crescent is still developing. Palm Tower is the highest point, offering a full view of the island.
Palm properties sell at a massive premium compared to the Dubai mainland. There's a 6-kilometer public boardwalk around the entire crescent, free to anyone. 12 separate pipelines drilled horizontally under the front channels: water, power, telecoms.
This wall has been doing its job for over 20 years, and nobody thinks about it.
20 years of Gulf storms, all of it taken by that crescent of rock. Dubai's GDP was $7 billion in 1990. By 2024, it was $120 billion.
The day the Palm was announced in 2001, Dubai spiked in global search interest.
This iconic palm shape was deliberately engineered to be recognized globally from space. The 2008 crisis stopped two larger palms, leaving Jumeirah as the only completion. The palm finished just 6 weeks before the 2008 financial crash began. Unlike other projects, the palm is successful because people actually live here. The $12 billion investment returned $50 billion in property sales alone.
This island houses 25,000 residents on a site that was once open ocean.
The palm shape allows 1,500 villas to each have their own private beach.
Daily maintenance crews irrigate trees and inspect the island to keep it perfect.
A full city infrastructure was built entirely on top of compacted seabed sand.
Fresh water is desalinated and piped from the mainland to serve 25,000 residents. Nakheel still manages the island, regulating construction and monitoring the water quality. The beaches narrow and widen daily as the island moves with the tides. Designed to be seen from space, tourists now photograph it from their phones. After 20 years, the breakwater functions as a reef with real ecological recovery.
The Palm is 4 times the size of Hyde Park, built from seabed.
Building an entire city in the sea in 6 years is incredibly fast.
At dawn, the hand-placed crescent and fronds emerge from the morning haze. "17 years later, the Palm is a normal working part of the city.